Hello and welcome to Derby Chaddeston Sidings. We're here today to reveal a brand new limited edition locomotive for the Key Publishing collection, and there's a little clue as to what it might be right next to me here today. Let's go and find out more. So this is it. The next limited edition from the Key Publishing collection will be 60029 Ben Nevis in DC Rail Freight Grey. It's using the brand new tooling from Cavalex Models, which was announced in February 2023, and it's due to arrive in the fourth quarter of 2024. Pre-orders are open now on the Key Model World Shop, where you can secure your model today from our limited edition of just 300 units. We're doing 150 with DCC ready and 150 DCC sound fitted. Now 60029 is one of 4 Class 60s currently operated by DC Rail. It works alongside 60028, 046 and 055, working across the railway network hauling heavy aggregate and stone trains, formed of J&A box wagons. And we've also got a collection of those available to pre-order on the Key Model World Shop using the Revolution Trains tooling. But I think we need to know a little bit more about Class 60s. So we're going to meet with the project manager for the Class 60s from DC Rail to find out a little bit more about these locomotives and their current operation.
Hello, I'm Richard Ellison. I work for DCR, Devon and Cornwall Railways, and I'm the heavy maintenance manager. So from the original build, there's been some rudimentary improvements done to the electronics, the engine components and various cab improvements to either aid the driver or make them more reliable and give them not better performance but make them more reliable really. So that'd include on the engine. The gudgeon pins were replaced from the original ones. The turbocharger has been replaced from the ABB to a Napier, and the Heinzman governor has been retrofitted as well from the Woodward. Again, because there were problems with maintenance and also reliability with each of those components. So we are running from Willesden F and Chaddeston. But predominantly we've got flows that go from Willesden F to the Isle of Grain, Willesden F to Merehead with sand, and we've just picked a contract up moving HS2 stone from Titherington Quarry to just north of Aylesbury. We've got 6028, 6029, 46 and 55 on our fleet. UKRL are our parent in the maintenance side. They look after, we do all the infield maintenance, so an air exam or any small repairs that'll be captured by the DCR engineering team, but any exam work or major repairs, UKRL at Leicester Depot will take that on and do all the repairs. 6099 should be refurbished over the next sort of 6 to 8 months, and again UKRL will do that, but they'll do that at the Old Bush site at Loughborough, which they've got facilities there. We're just finalising the sort of details of when that can start, but that should be imminent really in the next 6 to 8 weeks, I'd have thought. The thought was originally that we were going to do a smaller job on 6099, but when you start looking around at the various components and some of the failure modes involved, such as the alternator, we learnt quite quickly that the alternator, some of the pole bricks need rewinding, which weren't done on the original 60 overall at DB, but since it's sort of come to light that there is an issue with the pole bricks. So where we were going to do a light overall on 99, I think it's progressing more to a full job now. And a lot of it is reverse engineering. You take stuff to suppliers, they've never done it before, you've sort of got the original brush document for the overall of that particular item, and that's where you start. And through experience you either develop that, or if it's the first time it's been overhauled, then you just go with with that specification. Yeah. Originally, DB wanted to do 10 years. That was the original spec for the Super 60, but it was always going to exceed that. 10 years to get your money back is not really viable unless you're really sweating the asset a lot. But for us, I think if we got 15 years, which is, for the accountant, he'd want 15 years out of it is an investment. They're just a great loco. They're fuel efficient, even in today's running of fuel. We think we're down to about 750 litres per 100 miles of running, whereas a lot of other things are over 1,000 litres per 100. So that's good, even today's standard of fuel usage. Bearing in mind it's 33, 34 years old, and it's still generating that type of usage curve, which I think is great. And the drivers love them because the cab creature comforts are, it's quiet, it's comfortable, it's warm. You've got great visibility and everything's laid out very well for the driver. But we're looking at the part there overall of developing the creature comforts for the driver and improving a few sort of certain areas. So we'll wait and see whether that comes to fruition or not.
So Cav, we're in the hot seats now. Well, you're in the driver's seat.
Well, I am indeed.
In the front of 60029, which is going to be our limited edition model, which is going to be produced by Cavalex Models.
Yep.
Could you talk us through some of the detailed differences and the tooling that are actually available for this one?
Well, this is one of the sort of refurb newer locos, I guess. So you're going to have the different Y-pack headlights, which are LED, and of course those will be they'll be programmed to have the sort of day and night mode, that kind of thing, and it's a little bit different because of the way that the rear LED lights work. The red lights are also the marker light on these, for instance, and so on. So we'll have this sort of changing colour ability in the headlights there. So the inner light will be the red, or it will also be a different colour as well. So it's probably the first time that we'll see a sort of a different colour in the same headlight lens, I guess.
Yeah, that's quite intricate considering the size of the headlight lens. It comes
Absolutely,
down to double gauge, isn't it?
Very much so. So yes, that is one of the differences, and of course there's a few differences inside the cab as well. A lot of the modern locos have this, but this particular loco will as well with the fan in the window. That'll be there. We've got the different air conditioning unit on the dash, and the little data recorders and things will all be on there as well. So it's going to be quite a detailed model.
Yes, you've really gone to town on the inside as well as the outside.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, fantastic. And in terms of the general specification model, what's some of the highlights of the Class 60 model?
It's the standard stuff really. It's your 5-pole motor. It's the slow speed control that we've sort of nailed with the 56 previously, and we're going to carry that through with the 60 as well. It will again have the floating centre axle to give that excellent road holding that we've got with the 56, and of course the sound file will again be a custom recorded sound file that ESU will put together for us. So we're really looking forward to the sort of features. There's a few other features as well that's on the model that we don't want to disclose at this point, but with some things that'll be quite exciting.
We're still waiting to find out what those are.
I know, yeah.
Keep us all guessing for that one.
I know. I'm itching to tell everyone, but it's one of those things where you've got to keep it quiet and sort of let people sort of discover it themselves almost. So right to the very end and sort of be amazed, hopefully. The sort of things that we're putting in there. Yeah.
Fantastic. And obviously it's a different paint colour scheme on this as well. Yeah. How have you gone about researching the paint scheme for this one?
We did a lot of the research into DCR rail from the Class 56. It was doing that for 091. So we've got the paint specs. We've got a lot of the delivery sort of elements and things already sort of nailed down. But also we've talked to the guy that designed his actual livery on the 60, which is slightly different to the 56. It doesn't have the red stripe on the bottom. There's differences with the black around the cabs, that kind of thing. It's not there on this. So there are variations. We've also looked around this logo, taken a lot of photographs of all the sort of intricate decoration and the stickers and that kind of thing, so we can get that correct as well. Yeah,
because there are a lot of little pieces of decoration on the outside.
Absolutely,
the bogies in that area as well. So.
Absolutely, yeah. And we try to get every sort of little label that you can see. We try to get that on there. We always give it to the factory as a fully readable thing, even if it's something they couldn't possibly reproduce at that scale. But at least it's there, and if they do get a really good print on it, you will be able to read these things. So it makes a massive difference.
Fantastic. And how is progress with the tooling work for the Class 60?
The tooling's gone very, very well. We're at a point now where the initial EP samples are being produced for us, and they should be arriving beginning of January 24. Yep. If they all go well, if there's nothing major that needs tweaking, we should be straight to painted sample, which shouldn't be long after, and then we'll be getting the production run going sort of mid-24.
Fantastic. Well, we're looking forward to seeing this one very much, and the rest of the Cavalex Models Class 60s for that matter.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining us today. And,
not a problem.
Yeah, look forward to hearing more about those secret pieces as well.
Absolutely.
So there you have it, the inside story on 60029 in our brand new Key Publishing Collection limited edition being produced by Cavalex Models. It's available to pre-order now with a £10 deposit, and the full price is £194.95 for the DCC ready versions and £294.95 for the DC sound fitted versions. They're due to arrive in the fourth quarter of 2024, and you can pre-order them today. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.